Well, happy Wednesday to you guys. Hope everyone is having an awesome day. A little bit different view today, coming to you from the sound booth. Been a busy evening last night and into today. Just a lot of ministry stuff going on, but God is so good and so gracious with timing and with things. And even got my hair cut a little bit today. Got everything trimmed on back. Got to stay looking fresh, right? So, but I hope you guys are having an awesome Wednesday. Did not want to forget to come and hang out with you guys for a few moments, take some time out and dive into God's Word. So we are looking at the book of Jonah. We dove in yesterday and looked at the first couple verses, and bam, right off the rip, God calls Jonah to something, and he runs straight away. And so today we're going to look at what happened because he ran from what God was calling him to do. So let's dive in. Jonah chapter 1, verses 4 and 5. It says, "But the Lord threw a great wind onto the sea, and such a great storm arose on the sea that the ship threatened to break apart." Verse 5, "The sailors were afraid, and each cried out to his God," little g God. Each cried out to his God. "They threw the ship's cargo into the sea to lighten the load. Meanwhile, Jonah had gone down to the lowest part of the vessel and had stretched out and fallen into a deep sleep." So there's some really cool things in this right off the bat. First, it said the Lord threw a great wind onto the sea, and such a great storm arose that the ship threatened to break apart. God did that. God made it so that the ship would threaten to break apart, threw the wind out there, made this storm happen to get the attention of Jonah. As we think of in our lives and we look at things and we see things that come against us, a lot of times we want to we look at life and we look at issues that come about and we go, oh man, the enemy is just trying to attack me. But sometimes God allows some things to happen in our life to get our attention. God had a very set and specific plan for Jonah, and God was like, bless God, we're going to make sure this happens. So that's the first thing we see, that God will do things in our life and allow things to happen to get our attention. Secondly, as we look down into verse 5, it says, "Meanwhile, Jonah had gone down to the lowest part of the vessel and had stretched out and fallen into a deep sleep." Jonah was not worried about God coming after him, which is very unusual. We need to make sure that no matter what we do, we don't fall asleep on God, on God's plan and on God's purposes for our life. We need to make sure we stay awake, we stay alert always, in making sure that we're doing and following exactly what Jesus wants us to do. Because sometimes when we go to sleep on Jesus, when we go to sleep on the things that God has called us to do in our life, it is very, very, very easy for us to slip away, to fall into sin, to fall away from the things that Jesus created us for and has called us to. And so I just want to let you know that today I pray that as you take some time out and you look at your life in following Jesus, one, what storms have come in your life that God is trying to get your attention with? And secondly, have you fallen asleep on Jesus? Have you fallen asleep on the things that God has called you to? Have you just kind of pushed those to the wayside? I had a chance to talk to one of our students as I was getting my hair cut today. Awesome opportunity that, just kind of popped up out of nowhere. And we got talking. I asked her how her summer was going. She said, "It's been long. It's been a long time since you've had a routine. It's been a long time since we've been back at church. It's been a long time since you've had to go to school and do these things." Guys, I pray that you haven't fallen asleep on your walk with Jesus. I pray that you haven't fallen asleep on disciplining yourselves and following these things. But guess what? If you have, it's okay. Don't fall asleep to the point where Jesus has to cause a great storm to come and get your attention. So I pray that today that this has been an encouragement to you, a blessing. I pray so much for you guys. I just want to let you guys know, please lift up Brenna, Riley, Kate, and Wade as Miss Janet passed away last evening. Our hearts and our prayers go out to them and to that family. And so, guys, as you look to strengthen our youth ministry, pray for those awesome kids and their family, and just guys, lift them up into prayer. Let God handle it, and which we know He will. And so, but I love you guys, praying for you. If you need anything, holler at me, let me know. I cannot wait to see y'all soon. September 13th is possibly the date where we're going to get everything back at church, kicked back off and going. But I will keep you informed and up to date on that. But guys, I love you, and I'm praying for you. If you need anything, holler at me. But I cannot wait to see y'all again. Bye, guys.